Well, 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 what do you know? We got some Chanel Spring Summer 2025. I almost said 2024. No, it's 2025. We're going to look at all of these great selections here today with me, Rebecca. I am a fashion and beauty editor who worked for 25 or more years in the fashion and beauty editorial business, writing stories, ghostwriting, biographies, writing retail pieces, press releases, but I have brought not fit for print beauty right here to YouTube so that we have a sort of filmed live, beauty magazine that you can kind of flip through every day or so here on YouTube. Let's look at some Chanel Spring Summer, like I said, 2025. There are a lot of nice things. Let me tell you what I picked up, and then we are going to go to the demo. My face is a bit mismatched because we played around with the face palette a little bit in the demo. So ignore that if you're seeing it. We have the Jeux de Lumières extra large palette. This is $88 and it is a face palette. And by face, it means absolutely anything face. We're going to try bronzing with it, which might be a little bit of a stretch, but we're going to try it. But you could even blush with it. This is all dependent upon skin tone, of course. It's powder blushes. I have all of these swatched for you, so don't you worry. And it's highlighty, great on the eyes, and just really pretty. Those large Chanel pans, which I really like. You can fit any brush into them. Some people feel it's too much product. I like it, and I like it the most when I can make these large pan Chanel palettes really multi-purpose, because then you're going to get the most use out of it. So I am going to try bronzing with it, blushing with it, highlighting with it, and normally if we didn't have some other single eyeshadows here to play with, I would normally also use it on my eyes, and it would just be this, and I would just pack this to go and be done. I know, pretty good. Pretty good. And they're really glowy. Again, I'm going to swatch these outside, but just to kind of show you, I mean, they're just kind of really glowy, nice shades. If I put that on my hand right there live for you, just pretty, kind of apricot-y golden. It's that one color choice for spring, summer. These are all going to be new shades that we're looking at, and I didn't pick up every shade because I am purchasing. So I have to, pick and choose, obviously, but for the XXL palette, this is your only choice, and it is $88. Where is all this stuff available so far? Right now, you can get it in your Chanel beauty boutiques. I went and saw Nazi and her associates over in Newport, Fashion Island. They have theirs arrived, and a lot of those boutiques throughout the country. And it depends what country you're in, but they'll be coming soon online, so I'll be watching for that. The other thing I got, the Rouge Coco Baume Shine, is so pretty and so comfy. I'm wearing the Honey Bliss shade right now, but I also picked up the Cherry shade. These are $45 each, and they're so comfy and beautiful, and they pack such a nice punch when you apply them. Like I'm wearing the Honey Bliss, and here's the Cherry shade. Again, we're going to take these outside to look at in just a moment, so you'll see them better in sunshine. So comfy and so pretty, and I picked up 2 shades of these $45 each balms, but I think there's like 4 or 5 other shades. There's lots. There was one like really bright purple, I remember. They're really, really pretty. The other thing I knew you guys would want to see, because these are so popular at Chanel and these are new also, are the Ombre Essentielle. There's 4 new shades of this $40 single eyeshadow. 2 of the shades are very kind of neutral to warm. They kind of reminded me of these kind of types of shades. Really pretty, kind of browny, taupey, everyday shades. So I stayed away from those because, like I said, I can't buy it all. I thought, let me just pick up those, as you can tell by my eyes here. Let me pick up those that would be more of a risk if you're purchasing. And that would be the Mauve and the Menthe, or the Mint shade. So here they are in the pan. Obviously, this is the Mauve, which we would really just call lavender, wouldn't we? And here's the Menthe, or the Mint shade. These come with 2 brushes, a sponge tip and a brush tip. So you can use these for travel. They could be beautiful as one and dones, which you see I'm actually wearing the Mint as right now, or they could be combined with another single or with a palette. I mean, obviously, there's no rules here. I mentioned this in the demo. I start thinking about what already I can compare to. I do use my Instagram to make comparisons, so you're welcome to go over there and take a look. But immediately I realized that people are going to want this Menthe or Mint shade compared to the Jade Facette shade. from a season or two ago. So here they are. Here's our Menthe Eau compared to the Jade. New, Jade from before. And let me swatch those two for you. New shade, Jade. They're really not similar at all. New shade, Jade. And I'll swatch them there for you. Newer shade, Jade Sage. So the newer shade is a lot deeper. Okay. And then I thought maybe you'd want to see that compared with the Emerald Pop Shot from Charlotte. Here is our new Chanel, and here's the Emerald Pop. There's no real comparison. And if I take that emerald shade right here on my finger, you'll see, stick it next to it, the emerald, the shade from Charlotte Tilbury really switches up. It's a lot more duochromatic. This middle shade is looking a lot less pastel than I accused it of in the demo, to be honest with you. Honestly, how did I forget the new Victoria Beckham Lid Luster in Emerald with our new Mint Chanel? There they are. Same order. Sorry, forgot that one. Speaking of swatches, let's just go look at these all outside in the warm California sunshine. First thing, we have the Ombre Essentielle in the Mauve and the Mint. And remember, there are two other shades, $40 each. Then we have the Rouge Coco Baume Shine. I swatched for you Cherry and Honey Bliss. Those are $45 each. And there are quite a handful of other shades that were released as well for spring, summer. Some of which are limited edition, most of which are, but some will stick around. And then the Jeux de Lumières extra, extra large face palette for $88 is also swatched on my arm as it is laid out in the pan. So take a good look at those there. It's a really lovely little collection. You're getting a preview. I'm not sure I thought it through, and my eyes and the lips don't really go that great together, but I just wanted to play in the makeup and see what you guys all thought. The other two shades of the single eyeshadows were gorgeous. They just don't necessarily merit me purchasing them all. You know what I mean. All right, make sure that you're subscribed, and let's just jump on over right now to the demo. Okay, we'll do one look with the face palette, and then we'll work separately with the eyeshadows. I don't have any mascara on or anything like that. Let's just start with this face palette. You guys know me. You know I love face palettes. And this could very, very reasonably be used on the eyes, but let's just kind of play around with it on the face. Do you think I could bronze with it? Don't do it, Rebecca. Don't do it. Okay, you want me to try? I will. Don't do it, Rebecca. Don't do it. This is not a bronzer. Why not? It's a face palette, right? I mean, let's just try. Right now I have the Chanel number 1, and I have a little bit of concealer on. Everything here that I can get will be linked below, so you'll see it. And this should, they said you could maybe, it's a face palette, right? So let's just try. That's a little too golden. It's not stopping me, but it's a little too golden. It kind of just looks like I put a streak of gold at the top of my head. Again, not stopping me. I just want to see, like, what can this do? You know what I mean? I have a light, medium, neutral skin tone. So we're just playing. Like, what are the capabilities, you know? Like, it kind of sounds like I'm being silly here, but there is a method to my madness, which is like, what if you got this? Could you bronze with it? You know, so it is a little bit investigative. And I mean, I'm not mad at that. It's very highlighty. And Nazi, my sales associate, told me, I'm losing hairs from this brush here, told me that this is really a kind of a highlight palette, but it can also be used on the eyes. But I was speaking to another lovely sales associate, and she was like, yeah, I mean, you know, you can kind of bronze with it. You can kind of, she didn't really mean like this. She's probably watching this now going, not like that. But, you know, I just thought, let's just see. Okay, now I'm going to do the other side. We saw what it looks like on one side. And I'm going to blush with this too, because we have kind of a pinky bronze color. As I said, if we weren't also kind of actively investigating 2 shades of the single eyeshadow, you could easily use this on the eyes as well. The question is, will it do the rest of the face? And I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think I'm still more bronzed on that side, but you know, we're just trying to get the idea here. And I like it. It's a little sparkly, and I'm losing brush hairs for some weird reason that I got to look at my washing issue with those. Okay, so there it is, a little bit bronzed up. There it is. There's my face a little bronzed up. Now let's go ahead and we're going to work with some rougher brushes here. This is the AA01. You guys know this. And I feel that this is a little bit pink. So I'm going to blush with it. Don't do it, Rebecca. Come on. Let's live a little. I mean, why can't this be a blush, right? It's going to be a very glowy blush, but better a glowy blush than a glowy bronzer. And we've done glowy bronzers. Okay, I'm going in. I've got some dry spots. It got colder out recently and I have not been moisturizing appropriately. I have very suggestible skin. It's very normal skin. I'm liking this. It's very normal skin, but if it's not moisturized at all, it will go dry. And if it's moisturized a bit too much, it will go oily. It just takes a suggestion and runs with it. This is so pretty as a blush. Again, keeping in mind light, medium, neutral skin. So it will be dependent upon the tone of your skin. But it's like I was looking at one of the brand new Rouge Coco Baume shines, and there's like a purple one in there. And I was saying to James, who works there, I said, my God, I cannot imagine ever wearing that. And he said, oh no, if you have a deeper skin tone, it would be just lovely. And of course, that's correct. So a lot of this is skin tone dependent. But I like that really. I'm okay with this to bronze and blush. See, I would take this palette, you guys, and I would just use this palette on a trip, right? Now I have 2 shades left, here and here. And again, you have to look at skin tone because this could be a blush. It could be, any of these could be a highlight. So I'm just going with my own skin tone and I'm going to kind of highlight with that on this side. And then let's highlight with the other one on this side. So I'm going to have some mismatched highlight, and I'm okay with that. That's much more, I like that, I prefer that. That's a little bit of a pinkier highlight. But I mean, not bad. So the highlights are mismatched, but other than that, not bad. And let's see. Let me try, please forgive the fact that I did not pick Rouge Coco Baume Shine shades that necessarily correspond to the 2 single eyeshadows I bought. I probably should have thought that through for, but it's okay. I just kind of wanted to try a smattering of things. Here's our cherry shade. Let's try it on. Oh, that packs a punch, didn't it? When I swatched this on my hand, and even for our swatches here outside in the sunshine, I had to go in a little bit more. When it's actually on your lips, it comes to life a lot more. All the more reason why I oftentimes am baffled by arm swatches, because I always say, and a lot of people I'm sure say this, we don't wear makeup on our arms. And this swatches so much differently. That packs, I really went in with a heavy hand because I assumed that it would barely be there, but that is on there and I am enjoying that because you guys know I'm in my red lip era, and that is that's going to be one of my favorites. Some of these are sticking around. These are all new shades and all of the stuff I'm showing you. Some of it, most of it is going to be limited edition, but some of it will stick around. I hope that cherry one does. All right, we're going to do one eye shade, and then I'll take all of it off and put on another of the eye shades. I'm trying to figure out what to put with the green, with the red, if I should. Let's go ahead and do this mauve, okay? We're going to do this on both eyes as a one and done eyeshadow. It does not go with the cherry red lipstick, so please forgive that. I honestly did not think that through. And I have a Reffer #1 brush here, which is one of my favorite Reffers. These are very sparkly. And they do not have to be worn as one and done. I like them for that. I think they travel well and they're pretty, and I like them for that, but that's not required. You can go ahead and match it with another one of the Ombre Essentielles, or whether it's one of these new shades or not, or you can put it with any palette of your choice or any other eyeshadow of your choice, or just with a bronzer, or mix and match with the extra, extra large palette that I just showed you. Whatever. I'm just, right now, just trying to give a good demo, Get that under the eyes. It's actually quite pretty. I don't necessarily think so the other two shades, as I told you in the intro, there's 4 shades, and the other 2 were more neutrals that I felt were kind of similar, not the same, but slightly similar to this one. So I didn't purchase those. Can't buy them all. But for me, for every day, those would be, this is not something I would wear every day. It's not perfect for my skin tone. I'm just trying to purchase items that I think, just so you can kind of see. And you're not taking as much of a chance on those neutral shades as you would be if you purchased this. So I purchase it for you, basically. And I still think it's very pretty. It's not really me. I don't really see this with my hair and skin tone, but it performs well and it's very pretty. All right, I'm going to leave the face, even that's a bit mismatched as it is. Let me get ready to try on a shade this mint shade that I'm a little more excited about. And then we'll try the other lipstick shade on as well. So just please stay put. Okay, I'm a little more excited about this mint shade. But both of these are pastels. And you guys, I probably talk about this way more than I should, but I'm not always frosty pastel fan. But it's Chanel, so if anybody can convince me, they can. And I did kind of dress up for this occasion by getting some mascara on, which will make it look better. So let's see. Yeah, I'm already liking that more. Now you got a lot of single greens to choose from. And I'm happy with any of these to do some swatch comparisons. I do those over. I got backed up for a while, and I'm going to catch up with that this week. But I do have swatch comparisons that I do over on Instagram. I hope if you guys are following me over on Instagram, TikTok, for however long we have TikTok, I'm over there too. But follow me on Instagram because we do swatch it and more comparisons over there. So I'm sure that someone is going to ask for this compared to a bunch of other things. Okay. But if there's any that I didn't get, I'm going to go back and film those, that intro, and I'll hit those comparisons. But if there's any that I missed, let me know. Okay. That is pretty. I am into this. I'm liking that much more than I like the mauve shade. But I will tell you that the mauve shade I just didn't love because of my coloring mostly. And then we have another one of the Rouge Coco Baume Shines, this Honey Bliss shade, which I was really taken with in terms of a neutral. I'm hoping that it too, just like the cherry, has a good color payoff. Yeah, that's really golden and pretty. Again, not entirely sure it goes that I would wear it with this mint. I really didn't think that through. Kind of bought with my heart. But it's neutral enough that I think we can pull it off. And yeah, I'm really liking that. Wow. That's really pretty. So some final thoughts. These are lovely. But I'm not always a huge fan of these kind of icy pastels. But I'm still liking this, and this is just going to depend on your coloring. The other 2 shades, though, were probably more wearable, but not as exciting to look at here in a video. This I like, depending on your skin tone. I mean, you could even bronze with it. I think I pulled it off, to be honest with you, or so I tell myself. So I like that. And then the Rouge Coco Baume Shines are always a delight. Super comfy, super easy to wear, and these are super pigmented, and there are so many of those. There was like, 6 or 7 of those shades. So yeah, beautiful stuff. I think this is a really good release from Chanel. I think this is makeup that you will have with you for a long time. Although, like I said, the only chances being these 2, and that depends on your coloring. But everything else within the collection is supremely wearable, and I think interesting, and I think very Chanel, very reliable and Chanel. So thank you so much. Thank you to Nazi, my sales associate at Chanel, who let me come in at an extraordinarily busy time before the holidays and saved stuff for me to peruse and purchase, and I'm grateful for that. Check below. I will keep an eye on when these are coming to the online Chanel spots so that you can pick them up. Right now you can get them certainly in Chanel beauty boutiques throughout the US at least, and I'm sure Europe, Asia, etc. But I will try to keep an eye on that for you and list that down below, and where I can up here in YouTube shopping. Also check below for information on our Facebook page, on becoming a member right here on YouTube, and for, like I said, following me on Instagram and TikTok and the like. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and make sure that you share, and of course subscribe. I appreciate that so much, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.